Hey guys, welcome to my first tutorial. Today I want to show you how I use PureRef to stay organized while I'm working on a storyboard. So the first thing we're going to do is go on over to pureref.com. You're going to click this here, Get PureRef, and you're going to choose your download version. And I'm going to be using the personal use one. I haven't tried any of these other versions, so I'm only going to be talking about this. Next, you're going to choose your platform and you can make a contribution if you would like. I'm just going to put in a 0 and then you're going to come down here and click download. Once PureRef is done downloading, you can open it and you're going to see this screen here. So the first thing I like to do is add in my script, and we're going to do that by right clicking anywhere on this screen here, coming down to where it says note and left clicking. And you can see it adds a little text box here. So I'm going to copy and paste in my text, or you could write it in here, but I'm just going to paste it in. So it's going to show this warning here because it's a lot of characters, but I've done this before and I haven't noticed it slowing it down at all. So I'm just going to hit paste anyway. So you can see that the text has pasted in black and it's very difficult to see. So we're going to fix that. The first thing I want to show you guys is that by middle mouse clicking and dragging, you can pan, and then using the scroll wheel, you can zoom in and out. So I'm just going to, so I can see all this. I'm going to double click it and you're going to come up to here into text color. And I'm just going to change this into a white and click the X. And there we go. We can now read our text properly. Now that the script is in, I like to go through and color code my characters, camera actions, or any character moments that I want to emphasize or make sure that I don't forget. So when I'm quickly looking up the script, I can notice those things while I'm drawing. And to do that, we're going to be using the draw function, which we can get to by right-clicking to open this menu again. We're going to come down to where it says draw, left click, and you will see in this bottom left corner, we'll get this little bar here with different options. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the pen color, and I'm just going to change it to this lighter blue color here. And you can see we also have different pen widths and line types, but I'm going to keep it on what it is. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to start by marking out the duck and then the cow, the farmer, and using some other colors to do the camera and character actions. I've finished color coding the script, and the next thing I'm going to do is add in my reference images. I've also done a couple sketches of the characters that I'm going to have in these boards, so I'm going to stick those in there as well. To add in our reference images, I'm just going to simply click and drag them out of the files right into PureRef. And as you can see, it's a little too large, so I'm just going to grab it here in the corner, scale it down, and then I'm going to click it and drag to move it where I want it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of my reference images. A little quick tip if you happen to be on Windows like me is instead of finding pictures, downloading them, saving them into your files, a quicker way that's going to save you some space on your computer as well is just to use the screen capture function. What I usually do is I find an image that I want on the internet, say this cow running here. I'm going to press Shift Windows key S at the same time, and it's going to bring up this little capture menu, and I'm just going to drag over the area I wish to capture, let go, and I'm going to go back into PureRef, and I can just hit Control V and it will paste in the image I just captured. And this is a super fast way to quickly gather your images off of the internet without having to save and download them all. Now that all the reference images are gathered, I'm going to organize them a little bit. And to do this, I'm going to select these images down here, right click, go up to images, align, and distribute horizontal. Now with them in a row, I'm going to right click again, go to images, and I'm going to go to selection and group. And as you can see here, I have changed the background so it'll be white for you guys to see, but these images are now grouped into one. So if I click anywhere in this box, it's going to grab all of the images and move it with it. And this makes it easy to rescale and move wherever you would like. Also, if you would like to rearrange an image in the group or rescale, you can do that simply by double clicking the image. And as you can see, this little box comes up again, and I can rearrange them and rescale as well. And if I bring it above or below this line, you can see that it will expand the boundary of this group while still keeping it in its container. And now that this is all organized, we are ready to start doing the rough thumbnails. I find it super convenient to be able to see all my thumbnails all at once, as well as be able to rearrange the scene order in case I want to see how it would look a different way. Another great way I like to use the draw function is to draw over my thumbnails and make notes about things that I might want to change while I'm doing the finished versions. Now, this is just my personal workflow for PureRef. I highly encourage you take the time to go through the menus, try out some different things, and make it work for you the way you need it to. Another thing I highly recommend is going through and learning all the keyboard shortcuts. This will speed up your process a lot. And you can see what those are by right-clicking, going to Settings, and Keyboard Shortcuts. Another way you can see the hotkeys is by right-clicking, and you will see in a gray color next to each of these options here, you will see the keyboard shortcuts. So just taking some time, and as you go through, learn them, it will save you a lot of time. I have another example here of how I use PureRef when I was doing the Ultimate Burger storyboards that I came up with. And as you can see here, I have some art style references. I put in my thumbnails once they were finished, and as I went along and I had finished the frames, I put them all together and I started noticing things I wanted to fix. So I went through with the draw function, took some notes, and then finished the boards, and then I put them all in here just so I could see them all at once. And by doing this, it really helps me visualize the flow and kind of mess around with the scene order until I feel like I have what I want. I hope you guys found this useful, and I'll see you next time.